your job.
Put the gun down before you kill someone.
Teenage Girl's Diary.
Hello and welcome to another Dollar Store Drive-In. I'm your host, Laura.
I'm Joel.
And this is Shaggy here sitting right smack dab in the middle like he likes to do.
Got a weird beard happening.
He's got a weird beard every day. Welcome to our show. This is Dollar Store Drive-In, like I said. And this is a half-hour-ish show where we discuss a movie that we've watched, usually the night before.
Typically.
And it normally needs to be a horror, sci-fi, occasionally like other
Thrillery,
film,
something,
thriller,
oddball, whatever.
It needs to be under $5, and typically we usually find it in the wild. We have rented them before, though, in the past. But yeah, we've been getting.
Been done getting them.
We have purchased them through the Dollar Tree, the Dollar Store.
We have exchanged them for goods and services. No,
Yeah.
People sometimes are just plain giving them to us.
It's super nice when they do that because then it's $0. Yeah. But yeah. So, and if this is Wednesday night and it is 6:30 Central Time, you can go watch us or talk to us live on Tingler Television.
We're back on Roku.
Yay!
As of the 5th, we were back on Roku. So by the time you see this, hopefully the chat will be back up and running at Tingler Television, but we should be on Roku. And I think it's also going to be on YouTube maybe. So if you don't find us in one place or the other, check either place, but we're going to do our best to be there to have a chat with you.
And if you are not able to watch our show every single week, you can now listen to it on Spotify.
Goodness. And other fine podcasting directories.
And other fine podcasting directories. Yeah, we decided to turn our show into a podcast so you can actually listen to us as well. So, yay.
It is now out in the ether.
Yay, podcast. And if you are listening to us on the podcast, thank you.
Yeah.
You're welcome to watch us as well.
Yeah, if you'd like to see this, because some people prefer one or the other. Some people prefer both options. And they're also on our YouTube channel at youtube.com. I'll put the link here, / at the Newlydeads. You can also check out our video content there too. So if you want more of other stuff, you can go there too.
Exactly.
We're everywhere.
We are everywhere.
Actually, where's the best place for them to check out for everything?
Are you going to do that now?
Go
you
ahead.
can also go to the newlydeads.com. It is a one-stop location. I would say, shop, but it's not really a shop. I mean, there's some shopping a little bit there. We're currently working on what we want to sell on our site. Yeah, we're not entirely
what we might
sure.
sell in person,
Right.
et cetera, et cetera. So
But
that part is still in the works.
we have tons of content on there. So you can find our show, you can find our podcast information, you can find information about us, the events that we're attending or going to. We also have a blog that Mr. Newlydead here reviews other movies in the world. And I have started interviewing some local businesses. It's called Unearthing Small Business, where we interview some different local, and it might just be small businesses in general. It doesn't have to be local to Rockford. Eventually we'll expand a little bit, but I thought we'd start local here.
But if you live outside of the Rockford, Wisconsin area and you have a small business,
and you want us to highlight,
we'll send you the interview for.
Yes. Yeah. It takes a couple minutes on your part, and then we do all of the information, and we will share it on Facebook and Instagram and wherever else you want us to share it. So check that out as well, because we're having fun doing that, and it's just one more avenue for us to be able to ooze our creativity out into the world.
There's a lot of stuff on the site, and it is growing, and there's a possibility there might even be different things coming in the future. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah. The world is our oyster.
Mm-hmm.
The internet is our oyster.
Oh, there's a pearl in there.
Yeah. Good.
The Newlydeads.com, not Newlydeads.com, just in case. She said it right, but I'm just throwing it out there because when I was checking our statistics and stuff, I forgot that the band is Newlydeads.com. So they're not still making music. Their site is there. You can go check them out, though. Yeah. You might like them. So what did we watch this week?
Well, we watched a little movie called The Music Box. Yes, or the Carry On, as we learned that they called it, the Carry On, which they should have just titled it the Carry On.
But I've seen the word, but I never knew what it was until the movie. 49 years on this planet Earth, and I never connected the two. So, if anything, it taught me that, and maybe that's why they didn't put that on there, because maybe people be like, "What's that? Carillon?"
Yeah, we're dumb because, I was like, I know they're saying Carry On. I don't know exactly how it's spelled, and so he looked up Carry On, which he knew meant
rotted carcasses,
like and stuff. Yeah, dead meat.
Or if you're going on an airplane, you got
then it's like a carry on.
Or you're like, carry on.
And I'm like, no, I'm going to find this. I'm going to do some sleuthing. I did. It took me a hot minute because I kept typing in what is a music box? Blah, blah, blah. What is another name for a music box? And they're just like,
thesaurus.com.
A musical box. I'm like,
You looked up the word carry on and I spelled it, a couple different ways.
And then finally I was like, I found it.
And she went, look. And I went,
oh.
And then she went,
that's our new thing. I like to do thumbs up with our pumpkin hands.
Smashing pumpkin.
Yep. Okay.
Anyway.
So do you want me to read the synopsis before we call our friend over to show I'm not even going to say the name. Not yet.
Yes, please.
Okay. When 6-year-old Sophie is tragically orphaned, guardianship is assigned to her estranged aunt, Annabelle. The two move into a large, eerie Victorian house. That was not a Victorian house. Okay. No. Sorry. I'm getting off topic here. Back. Where Sophie unearths a locked wooden box with a strange symbol drawn on it. When the music box begins affecting Sophie's behavior and health, Annabelle seeks the aid of a child psychologist and clairvoyant, who soon discovers the music box possesses an evil spirit, seeking to haunt Sophie and destroy Annabelle. As the haunting intensifies, time begins to run out, and Annabelle finds herself racing against the music box's melody to defeat the spirit before the last note plays. That's not true.
Made it very exciting.
There's a lot of not true things on this synopsis.
Is there any other stuff on there, like reviews or anything like that? Comments? Nothing?
It is an ITN movie.
This is an inadvertent ITN distribution week, which we hadn't planned it that way because this one was in the big box of fun, and we'd been kind of sticking to the list of stuff that Randy had sent us. So the fun part is that it actually falls in line with when we would have it normally anyway. So somebody up in the movie hemispheres, when we did our natural 3-roll thing, I don't know where I'm going with this. Anyway, selected it. So fun times.
Yeah.
So thank you, ITN Distribution.
Yes. All right. So are we going to call in our friend so that way the rest of our friends here in TV and music, whatever, Spotify land can hear it? All right. So where's the trailer?
I don't know. Where is it?
It's coming. It's over there.
Where?
Over there.
Over there.
Mm-hmm. Hi.
Incidentally, I found that to create unique and new trailers, that there's actually a feature on my editing software that you can do it with AI. So sometimes we have weird phony generated trailers, but for some reason Alexa just is answering something, and my phone buzzed too. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Let's get to this before things get weird.
Let's play the trailer.
When she found it. A possessed object can be good luck. If the spirit connected to it experience immense joy, while it can cause misery if the object was connected to a tragic or sad event. May I ask where you found it?
Buried in the garden. Hey, I need to talk to you.
I'm here because I want to show you the video of this morning's sessions. Sophie and I were alone.
What does she want with us? Why is she following Sophie? If I were you, I would put it right back where it was buried.
And we're back. What'd you think of that trailer? Was it interesting? Did Mr. Newlydead do some weird stuff to it? I don't know.
I try not to mess with the ITN ones too much because,
This one wasn't actually given to us,
we're
though. We
thankful
actually
to
purchased
Randy,
it.
but this one was bought, so that gives us a little bit more free reign. So we'll see what happens when we get to that point. But so, all right. Well, let me grab my notes here because I always take notes. This is the fancy paper. I didn't mean to use that. So I always draw some pictures on the fancy paper. So I did a ghosty that I actually like the way it came out. A robot, because you mentioned something about, well, we'll get to the robot thing. And then a spider, because there were spiders. And then, I wrote Curl, because, there was somebody that was in the cast and crew that name was Cearl, which I'm pretty sure is Cyril. But I was like, Curl,
like Pearl.
Circle up. Like,
I thought it was because like Pearl.
No, Walking Dead.
Oh.
I know people say Coral, but
I thought it was because you're like, that person's name is Curl, because it's like Pearl. I laughed way too hard at it then.
She did. She laughed really hard, and I thought she was laughing because I thought it was a Walking Dead thing. But you thought it was a Pearl thing? Like Pearl what?
I even said that.
I know, but why is that funny?
It just was.
Pearl?
Because I figured it was Cyril. And then as soon as you saw it, I thought in my head at the same time, and you said Curl.
Oh, that is funny then. Also, I wrote, this is an actual ghost.
Oh. Yeah. Very spooky.
So the music box, aka Carry On, is from 2018, currently sitting at 3.5 out of 10 on the Internet Movie Database. Shaggy, quit chewing on your foot, buddy. He chews on his feet right now because it's wet outside and he's trying to get the water off. And so, that's how you get water off, is by making it wetter. Dog logic. Anyway. All right. So this was co-written and directed by John Reel, who is known for directing the films Breath, Obsessio, and Midway, which, if you ask me what any of those three movies are about, I'm going to say I don't know. It's the only three that were in his credits, as far as I remember, as being directed by him, other than this one. So, didn't give me a lot to choose from. I tried to choose the interesting ones. As far as being a writer, he's got two things on there that were different than the movies he's directed. The first one is called Feel the Dead, which was a TV series. It looks like it's about the undead. And then a movie called The Beginning, Feel the Dead, which I assume is a prequel series to Feel the Dead, is my guess. I've never heard of either thing. So, but if it's a zombie series, there's, quite a few of them out there these days. So who knows? And this was also written with Adriana Marzagali, who is also known for Feel the Dead and The Beginning, Feel the Dead. All right. So as far as who is in this movie, it stars one Rachel Day. I'm going to say Daigh. Day. Dagnabbit. Any of those?
No.
Okay. Who actually has at least one credit for something I've heard of, which is Sharknado 5, Global Swarming. She was also in Books of Blood, the Clive Barker series. I believe it was a series. And Breath, which of course circles back to John Reel. Circle up.
Girl.
This also stars Antonella Salvucci.
It's got to be that little girl.
Antonella Salvucci. She was known for Red Riding Hood. Bloody Sin,
Oh,
and Dark Waves. Lots of spooky stuff, so maybe not.
it might be. It might be the librarian.
That's what I was thinking. Maybe it's either the librarian or
The library,
yeah, probably the librarian. She was the only other one that was there than
and she had an
the
accent.
psychologist or whatever, and she wasn't her. And then finally, Antonio Lujak,
That's the psychiatrist, I bet.
who has done at least 2 films that we know that we've actually seen as well, and one that I didn't know. The first one is The Last Jedi, which Star Wars. He was in Robin Hood, the one with Taron Egerton, the modern one with all the explosions that Michael asked, was commenting how whenever they do remakes these days, they've got to be modernized and have lots of explosions. And in that, during the course of that trailer, by the end of it, there was giant explosions, and I was like, "You are so right." And finally, Silent Love Stories 2. I don't know what makes them Silent Love Stories and why there's a sequel, but
Maybe they're deaf.
maybe it could be. Could be an ASL movie. I don't know. Hey, Shags, you just come say hi to me because you already said hi to Mama. Yeah, there are kids, so Mama, Papa. Anyway, all right. So at this point, I turn to my wife, and she says,
You're off the rails today.
"I
am." What'd you think?
And I say, "We'll get to that." All right. So first thing I've got to say is that there was a lot of things that were subpar about this film. Right from the get-go, when they move into their new, what they call it on their house?
Victorian house.
In their Victorian era house, the little girl goes up and is in her new room, and she freaks out, and the mom, her aunt comes and is like, what's going on? And the kid's not talking to her at that point, because of whatever happened to her parents. And they look down and they cut to a, what'd you call it? What's the word I'm looking for?
What part?
The spider.
Oh, you called it an outdoor spider, but it was indoor.
Because
it was like one of those, I don't know, banana-looking spiders.
Yeah, but what do they call it when you get footage from somewhere else?
Oh, like stock footage.
Stock footage. It was a stock footage of a spider in a web.
Outside.
But it was clearly an outside shot.
She's like, because she's not speaking.
Right.
Yeah. And
they show where she's pointing, and it's like, her toys and stuff are over there. And then they cut to the outside spider, and then they cut back and to the woman who's like, it's all right. It's just a spider or whatever. And we're like,
I was like, was like an orb weaver, like those big ones that like make those giant webs with like, they're like black and like yellow or whatever.
So I wrote,
not
outside spider, man.
Yeah. It was.
I don't know why our dogs are so needy. I'm off the rails. The dog is needy. The other one is looking at me sleepily.
He's tired.
And we're talking about
probably hungry.
Probably, because we're both tired and hungry as well.
Yeah.
We didn't know what was going on with the kid initially. Like, typically, I think if you're going to have a relationship between a child and an adult, you kind of want to establish what that relationship is. Because we were both like, is it a foster kid or is it adopted? Did she kidnap
and
the
then I
little
should have
girl?
remembered because it's like the first line in here.
Oh, right. We did read that last week.
Tragically orphaned. They don't show that. They don't talk about that. There's no like lead up to it. It's just this blonde woman and then this like tiny little like Italian looking girl, and she's not talking.
Yeah. Like, we didn't find out who she was until like 30, 40 minutes into the movie. And then we both were like, oh, it's the niece, and that was her sister's kid.
Yeah.
Got it.
Like, why did they? It was
strange. I don't understand it.
Yeah, it's a little murky in the beginning, like what's actually going on. And
did you notice that there was constant piano music throughout the film? Like, just tinkling little piano in the background throughout the entire movie.
I didn't even pay attention to that.
Shaggy did. He was sitting there next to me going,
oh, is it from the music box?
I'm assuming it was supposed to be like a music box, but it was just a piano. Like, it was the same
a carry-on.
Yes, it was a carry-on, because that's what they kept calling it.
Can I see your carry-on? I was like,
what, we're getting on a plane? What's happening?
Yeah, that psychiatrist is like, that's an interesting carry-on. Can I look at it? She's like, no.
Yeah. She was very protective of the carry-on music box. Did you give a crap about any of the characters in this film? Any of them?
I like the gargoyles.
Well, the gargoyles were in the safe room, but they weren't characters. They were set dressing. but any of the actual live characters, even not even the Orb Weaver, because it wasn't even on the set. It was somewhere in Tasmania or something. I'm just curious.
No.
Yeah, because I wrote zero care for any of the characters, and then I wrote Nerfin.
I mean, the librarian was fine.
Yeah, but I mean, even the librarian who opened the music box was submitted to some pretty gnarly, like potentially what felt like spine breaking kind of stuff. Ended up just getting passed out on the floor. And also, this new mother, the niece of the little girl, is a terrible parent. She just left her with a librarian she'd never met until that day, and the librarian's like, "Sure, I'll keep an eye on her."
Yeah, she's like, "Hey, there's this lady that like is a psychic or whatever. You should go hang out with her and like go ask her questions about your house." And then she's like, "Okay, well, if I go to do this, can you watch my niece that you've never met before and I've only met you once?" She's like, "Of course." That is a nice librarian. And then the librarian was like mean to the little girl.
Yeah, and she's
It's like,
just doing her
don't walk
job.
around back there. Like, stop wandering or looking at the shelves. I'm like, you're a library. Like, why can't she like look at the freaking books?
Yeah, we were
Weird. No wonder she didn't want to talk to anybody. A bunch of a-holes.
we were very confused about that. I mean, Mother of the Year. Good job. Later on in the movie, when they realize that the little girl is haunted by the music box girl, they call in a woman to the medium person with her buddy to, suss things out a little bit. And that's where it felt like they were trying to get into an Insidious territory, but it didn't really work. Yeah. And
she was doing this.
Yeah. Yeah. She walked in the house and she was like, it's like she was, going to be doing like, it's not a dance move or something.
Yes.
And she's going to dab. I don't know.
Oh, no.
I apologize if my mic is,
dabbing.
My kids hate when I dab and I do it
and then she just points and then she's like, go look at this to her assistant.
And he's like, all right.
A tear in the wallpaper. I wonder why you like thought that maybe there's something spooky behind that in this creepy room.
And yeah, there happens to be some writing behind
some symbols, but they were good symbols. They were protection.
It was protection. Yeah. The whole room was protected. The safe room.
Yeah.
So I wrote here, two things, one right after the other. I said, I'm patiently waiting for this to end. And I did a lot of ellipses. And then I wrote, I would rather watch paint dry. So if I'm putting my cards on the table at this point, because we're getting somewhere near where we need to start talking about our thoughts on like ratings of this, I very rarely want to turn a movie off. I very rarely will not have enough interest to watch a movie until its completion. I will watch anything once, and I'll typically, if I'm not sure about it, maybe give it a second shot. I don't know, 15 minutes into this, I was like, okay, when is this? It was an hour and like 20 minutes, and that was too long.
Oddly enough, I did not fall asleep during it.
Weird, right? Is it because we were talking about it the whole time? Like we were commenting on it and looking for more? Because there was more stock footage later on. There was stock footage again, which it's fine if you can't afford the shot or you forgot the shot or, you don't have the budget for it. It's fine. It's not a problem with that. Ed Wood made a whole career out of it. But
if you do it like right, and you can do it like where it's either like really funny, like on purpose or kind of, that kind of thing, or like, just good at it and like put some stock footage in there or take your own stock footage.
If you have the time, but if you're going to use somebody else's footage and you're going to try and sub day for night or whatever, inside for outside, there's editing software tools that you can do to adjust it to make it kind of fit.
And like,
I've done it on this show.
Find a spider that looks like it's at least inside. That was so bizarre.
Yeah.
Like, ooh, look at this.
Or zoom in on it closer so it doesn't look like it's clearly attached to a plant outdoors with the sunlight on it. And it's drinking, some iced tea, and it's got a hat and little sunglasses on, and apparently is just retired. It's a retired spider.
Yeah.
Had a good
living its best
life and was ready to retire.
Yeah, just wants to be in peace. And this little girl's just pointing at it.
And sing Orb Weaver by, I forgot who sings Dreamweaver.
Orb Weaver. Yeah. So yeah, there's a couple of things that I was like talking about on the back here too, like the Victorian house. It was an A-frame.
Yeah. She even made a comment about it because I was like, oh, those windows are cool. And I'm like, it's kind of neat the way they've got like these slanted things. I'm like, it'd be kind of hard to hang up pictures, but it looked cool. It'd be like a fun house to have as like, as a rental, like when you're in your, college years or a little after. I don't know that I want to live there like now, but, and she even said it. She's like, it's an A-frame house. I'm like, well, it's going to get some work done. It'll be a C-frame house. And she's like, what?
Like,
And
make it bigger.
Like, oh, I get it. They're going to, because I was like, they'll add onto it and make it a C-frame house. Get it? A-frame, C-frame. I'm winking at you.
Yeah, or a double D frame. That's what you should have said. That would have been a lot.
That would have made more
sense. Yeah, easier for me to be like, oh, I see what you're going with. Boobs.
So
yeah, and then the other thing that I was like looking at back here.
Yeah. Sorry.
So there's no time beginning to run out where it says like here, it says you have to, you're racing against the music box's melody to defeat the spirit before the last note plays. None of that came into play unless that's what that piano music you're talking about that you kept hearing the entire time.
There was a bit towards the third act where they were talking to
that one
people
lady
about the music box, and they found like the lore about it. And they said that the way that it worked is that if they didn't get it separated from the little girl, that eventually it was going to become the little girl. It was going to take her over permanently. So there was a bit of a race against time, but
it didn't have anything to do with the last. Yeah.
No, I think they were just trying to be a little too clever.
All right. So what do you think on a scale of 1 to 5? Right? Gargoyles.
Yeah, it's 1 to 5.
1 to 5 gargoyles.
I mean, there were some competent aspects to the filmmaking, so I can't get into the negatives. But I legitimately didn't care about anything going on. I didn't care about the story. I didn't care about anything in it. There was nothing that grabbed my attention. And it takes a lot for me to say that, because I've seen some stuff that nothing happens or that is super low budget, like somebody paid for it with, a pack of gum and a bottle of beer or whatever, and they've made a movie that was better. So no offense to whoever made this. Good try. But don't give up your dreams. But it's a big fat 0 as far as I'm concerned.
Josh Reel.
Yeah. It's a 0 for me. I can't.
Oh, I'm going to give it a half of a star. I didn't fall asleep.
Didn't fall asleep?
Mm-hmm.
So what are you knocking off the half for?
What am I knocking off the half for?
Yeah, don't you give it 1 if you stay awake?
Well, at least 1.
Oh, I see. So you're saying I'm not going to give it the full 1. I'm just going to give it half.
Because you can go underneath. So like it could be a -3 and I'd give you a -2 because I'm adding 1 point to it.
Okay. So you're maybe at like a negative.
A negative half.
Half, and then you gave it 1 because you didn't fall asleep. Which brings it to a half.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. No,
yeah.
Sorry, music box, carry on, whatever, but playing our
R.I.P. Yep. All right. So if they don't want to watch the music box, what should they watch, Joel?
Well, I was trying to think of films that involve a found object that summons a undead girl ghost that is then, involved with a small child and a single mother who is, trying to make that relationship work and has an estranged, male figure of some sort. Doesn't actually have to be a father, just a male figure that's involved.
The Ring?
So I'm going with 2002's The Ring. Before I even got there, I was trying to lead up to that.
That was fun.
So, if you've not seen the Naomi Watts, Gore Verbinski remake of the original, which the original is fine. It's good. I prefer,
Ringu?
I think the remake is actually better.
Talking about Ringu?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a superior film. It's actually
it's good.
Up there pretty high for me as far as films that,
I like The Ring.
Horror films. And I highly recommend, if you ever want to do a double feature, watch this and Seven. If you like rainy day movies, because both of them, it's raining pretty much the entire film. It's gray. It's very dark.
Very dismal and drab and it's got a mood, man.
Yeah.
It's a mood.
It makes me so happy. I love it. And it's actually one of the movies like that and The Grudge, the remake of The Grudge, that actually make me a little uncomfortable. Like the noises the ghost makes and the little girl ghost, like Japanese girl ghost movies. That One of the
Creepy.
things that still kind of creeped me out, even though I've seen a ton of them, and there's
Yeah.
a ton of them out there. So,
Always creepy. Okay, so what are we watching next week?
oh yes.
Oh yeah,
Chosen at random from the big box of fun. I'm actually excited about this one. We are watching
Assassination Nation.
from 2018. This one was in the movie theaters. It
Cool.
did a thing. Oh, I forgot to tell you at the very end of the music box, they said 1 month later, and they showed the little girl and her mom, and nothing happens. They're just happy living their lives, and they walk off in the sunset, and that's the end. There's
You
no
could have
like,
just left it at that. Don't do the 1 month later. Like, we figured things were fine.
there was no piano music. There was no creepy ghost noise. There was nothing that indicated that things were still bad or that they were coming back. It's just them walking off happily in the sunset.
With the guy,
Forgot to mention that.
with the therapist.
Oh, right.
Not professional therapist, man.
Yeah.
Don't be like banging the aunt of your freaking patient. What the
Keep your
heck?
copays in your pants.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway.
All right. So Mean Girls meets The Purge is what it says. It says, you asked for it, America.
I did.
High school senior Lily and her 3 best friends live in a world of selfies, emojis, snaps, and sex. But when their town of Salem is besieged by a massive data hack, resulting in and half of the citizens, man, it's hard to read red and white. Private info spewed onto the public into the public view, the community descends into anarchy. Lily is targeted after being falsely blamed for the hack and bands together with her friends to survive a long, blood-soaked night. It definitely sounds like Mean Girls.
It's I
Meets The Purge.
was interested in the storyline. The characters that aren't Suki Waters' house is in it.
I'm in.
Which I like her.
There's a gag reel.
There's a lot of people in this film that are names. So this is a little different from what we normally do, kind of like when we did Passengers, big budget.
But where'd you find it?
But I found it at the Dollar Tree. Oh, there's
is this
whoever
already open?
bought it didn't take all the wrapping off. Come on, kids, get with the program.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we already gave them all of our locations where we're at. The only thing we didn't give you was if you have any questions, comments, concerns, you can reach us at contact@thenewlydeads.com. Anything else?
No. The only thing I have left to say is thank you very much for watching. And until next time,
Keep it cheap and creepy.
bye.
Go look after your mother and sister. Where are you going?